no matter what you believe, whether this is a balloon, an alien, a plane, or a bird.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
Mira, mira, mira! Oh my God!
این چیه دیگه تو آسمون؟ چرا عجیبه؟ داره میاد جلو.
Number 1. ISS UFO cutoff. In 2022, a viewer was watching NASA's live stream from the International Space Station. While watching, 2 unknown objects suddenly appeared on the screen. Then, one of them disappeared. A moment later, a third object showed up. This one looked like a triangle. After a few seconds, all the objects were gone. And then, just like that, NASA cut the live feed. According to the viewer, this kind of thing has happened before, and he wasn't surprised at all. Many people who follow these kinds of sightings believe NASA cuts the feed on purpose whenever something unusual appears on camera. The live stream clearly showed the Earth in the background and space above it. And then these strange shapes came into view. The fact that the video was suddenly shut off right after they appeared only adds to the suspicion. The viewer's reaction was direct and frustrated. He pointed out how NASA has been doing this for years. The quick timing of the cut makes it seem like someone is always watching and ready to shut it down. Whether it's a technical issue or something more intentional, the sudden appearance of those objects definitely raises questions. Number 2. Large bright orb in China. In this footage, you can see a bright orb flying slowly above a group of buildings. It doesn't make any noise, and it's flying too low for a plane. The person recording it also said there's no airport nearby. It could be a drone, but if it is, it's unusually bright. That doesn't seem normal. Number 3. Balloonlike UFO. This one's strange. A pilot flying at nearly 13,000 feet spotted what looked like a balloon-shaped UFO. It passed by quickly and even appeared to turn instantly, with engines pointed in the direction it was flying. The pilot compared it to a type of propulsion system described by Bob Lazar, involving gravity manipulation. Some viewers think it was just a mylar balloon, but it moved in a way that raised some questions. Number 4. UFO in the Shanghai sky. This one feels a bit more unsettling. A triangular-shaped object was spotted in the sky over Shanghai. It slowly moved behind clouds, as if it was observing the area. The footage wasn't just from one person. There are different angles of the same object. The strange part is that several of the original clips are slowly disappearing from the internet, which adds to the mystery. Number 5. Drone spotted from an airplane. This might be the clearest video of these drones so far. It looks like a drone, no unusual features beyond that. But there are still questions. Where did it come from? Who's operating it? And why are these things appearing so often in the sky? Number 6. Trump talks about mysterious drones. A clip of President Trump talking about these drones has been spreading online. In the video, he says that the government knows exactly what the drones are, where they're coming from, and who's behind them. He even suggests they could check on them anytime they wanted, especially since they were seen over Bedminster. But for some reason, they're choosing not to share any of that information. Maybe it's connected to military testing or something else, but the secrecy is what really stands out. Number 7. UFO over Brazil. This sighting from Brazil in August 2024 caught a lot of attention. The object looked almost exactly like a flying saucer. Some people said it seemed more like a living creature than a machine. That idea comes from filmmaker Jordan Peele, who once imagined UFOs as living beings instead of spacecraft. It could be that, Or maybe it was just a balloon. Either way, it got people talking. Number 8. Strange objects during flight. A passenger on a flight from Chicago to Newark spotted strange lights outside the plane. What's weird is that the lights stayed visible for almost the entire flight, from around 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's not normal. Some are calling it just a group of drones flying at 30,000 feet, equipped with advanced tech. But that explanation doesn't sit right with everyone. The more footage people see of these events, the more confused they seem to get. Number 9. Pilot spots bright UFO. During a flight from Saudi Arabia to Nigeria, the pilots were preparing to rest when they noticed several bright lights in the sky. These lights moved in formation, changed brightness, and looked like they were putting on some kind of display. The pilots mentioned that the lights seemed to react to them, keeping them more alert during the flight. It wasn't just a passing reflection or a distant aircraft. This felt different. Number 10. Helicopter chasing UFOs or drones. This footage shows two objects being chased by a helicopter. The objects didn't have flashing lights, and they moved in a very steady way. The helicopter was confirmed to be real through radar tracking. What's strange is that these objects were actually faster than the helicopter and maintained perfect balance the whole time. If they were just regular drones, that would be unusual performance. Number 11. Mysterious drones over New Jersey. People in New Jersey were caught off guard when they saw several drone-like objects hovering in the sky. There were so many of them that the FBI ended up launching an investigation. These objects had a triangular shape with bright flashing lights. No one knows for sure what they were. Were they advanced drones, just a prank, or something completely unknown? For now, there aren't any solid answers, but the sighting definitely stirred up some attention. Number 12. Bright Orb observed above ocean. This was filmed from a cruise ship somewhere in the Pacific. That already rules out drones or anything remotely commercial. Think about it. Over half the Earth is covered by ocean, and it's mostly empty space. It makes sense that if something wanted to stay hidden, it would do it out there. This orb clearly isn't a balloon or flare either. Whatever it is, it doesn't behave like anything we've built. Number 13. UAP orbs outside a military base in Afghanistan. This footage shows glowing orbs outside a heavily secured base in Afghanistan. At one point, a missile seems to hit two of them, but nothing happens. They just reform as if nothing touched them. When the video switches to regular vision, you can clearly see the orbs. They're moving in sync, almost like they're following a pattern. Soldiers have talked about seeing things like this before. Strange lights in the sky that didn't feel real. Some said the encounters were so surreal, it felt like they were imagining them. Whether these objects are observing or just passing through, no one really knows. Number 14. Mysterious Golden Orb. This one was recorded by a U.S. Air Force veteran named Matthew Nelson. It shows a glowing golden orb floating at about 25,000 feet. Once the sightings started getting reported, a squadron of fighter jets was sent to check it out. And right as they got there, the orb vanished. There's no video of the jets, but you can find the details on Nelson's X account. If they sent a whole squadron, it had to be something serious. Number 15. Pilot records an orb. This one shows a small orb flying above an airport. It might seem like a drone at first, but drones aren't allowed in that airspace. Plus, pilots aren't supposed to record anything while on the runway. So the fact that this one did suggests it caught something that really stood out. Number 16. UFO cluster. This video shows not one, but a whole group of UFOs flying together in the sky. They have an oval shape, no smoke trails, and they're glowing. even in daylight. People often try to explain these away as hobby drones, but drones don't fly that high, and not in a formation like this. Number 17. U.S. Homeland Security UFO footage. This footage was captured in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico, by Homeland Security. It shows a strange object flying smoothly and steadily, unaffected by wind. The footage was recorded using a thermal camera, so what you're seeing might just be its heat signature. The wildest part is when the object splits in two and enters the ocean, without making a splash. That's the part nobody can explain. Number 18. Superfast UFO. Remember that pilot who filmed a fast-moving object from the runway? This sighting happened in the same area and looks almost identical. People want to say it's a balloon, but the way it hovers and moves makes that impossible. Wind would have blown it off course in seconds, but this thing held its position and made sudden direction changes. It's not behaving like anything that relies on basic physics. Number 19. Alien Alliance. Get ready, this one's strange. The footage you're seeing was taken in northern Israel and shows multiple rockets being shot down. At first glance, it looks like the Iron Dome is doing its job. But take a closer look at that large triangular object hovering in the sky. That seems to be the thing intercepting the rockets. So, is this an alien craft? Or could it be the rumored TR-3B anti-gravity aircraft that's supposedly part of a classified U.S. program? Number 20. Triangle UFOs chased by F-16. This footage is from Ocean City, New Jersey. It shows two triangle-shaped UFOs flying in a straight line. What makes it even stranger is the presence of an F-16 jet flying nearby, keeping a close eye on them. Someone even checked the radar data from that night and confirmed there were no other aircraft or helicopters in the area, just the F-16. That loud noise you hear in the background? It's from the jet, not the UFOs. New Jersey sightings are starting to get more intense. Number 21. Strange lights in Beijing. I get it. China is known for drones. You can buy a dozen different kinds online. But these lights don't look or move like any drone I've ever seen. They're too high up and the colors are completely off. They actually remind me of the Phoenix lights. And those couldn't be explained either. Back then, drones didn't even exist. The strange part is how common these sightings have become, and the scarier part is how easily people ignore them now. Number 22. Unbelievable UAP. What is this thing even supposed to be? It moves in a way that doesn't match anything we've made. There's a kind of fluid motion to it that doesn't line up with drones, planes, or anything else. And the wildest part? This was shown live during a news broadcast. Millions of people watched it in real time. And still, most don't believe it was real. I don't get how people keep calling everything a drone when it's clearly not. Number 23. Commercial pilot spots strange lights. When a commercial pilot pulls out their phone mid-flight, you know something weird is going on. Pilots have seen some of the most unexplained stuff up there, and this is no exception. Just look at how those lights follow the jet. It's not a satellite, not another aircraft, and definitely not a balloon. So what are we looking at? It's the kind of thing that keeps you wondering, is it something from another world, a military test, or just something we can't explain yet? Number 24. The Arrival. This one starts with a single bright light moving through the sky. Then more appear, almost like several crafts arriving at once. That's the impression people got, like a group showing up all at once. It's not a new thing either. Sightings like this have been reported for years. One guy in Las Vegas said he saw lights like these every day for a full year. And if you look at the footage, you can see the people reacting to it in real time. It's not staged. Number 25. Whirlpool UFO. You hear about whirlpools in the ocean, but this was in the sky. Some experts say it's just what happens when a rocket leaves the atmosphere. That could be true, but it also raises more questions. What if it wasn't just a rocket? What if it was carrying something, like a device or even a craft? If it's natural, why don't we see it more often? Number 26. Triangular UFO spotted again. Someone please try to explain this with drones. I'd like to hear it. There's no way these are just balloons or anything simple. This same triangular shape has been spotted all over the world. That leaves us with two real options. Either we're seeing technology that hasn't been disclosed yet, or something from beyond Earth. There are also rumors that these shapes match some classified military projects that started a decade ago. So maybe we'll get answers soon, or maybe not. Number 27. Worm UAP balloons. This clip shows a bright red object floating in the air. It looks like it's just being carried by the wind, but then it splits into two, kind of like a worm. It doesn't look like any drone or balloon we've seen before. It's one of those clips that leaves you more confused the longer you watch it. Number 28. Weirdest UAP ever. Plasma ring. This one's tough to even describe. It looks like some kind of glowing ring made out of energy. Or maybe something alive? I don't even know. It doesn't act like anything we've seen in space before. There are planets made of strange materials and atmospheres that could destroy entire worlds. But a glowing ring like this? It's new. And what's even stranger is that it showed up in the exact same spot again 2 days later. Number 29. Military experiment, meteor shower, or aliens? This one really creeps me out. Even if it's something made by humans, what exactly are we looking at? It's not something we see every day. If I had to guess, it looks like a bunch of rockets, but not drones, because there are trails behind them. Some people go even further and say these could be UFOs bending time as they enter the atmosphere. That sounds far out, but honestly, there's no solid answer, and the more you try to dig into it, the stranger and more complicated it gets. Number 30. Pentagon declassifies footage. They've been keeping things from us. Now, they're slowly releasing clips without much explanation. Take this one, for example, filmed in a war zone in Afghanistan. Even the Pentagon doesn't know what it is. Whether it's drones or something else, someone or something is definitely watching. And here's a fact. There are reportedly over 300 clips of unknown objects still classified by the Pentagon. What could be in those? Number 31. Coincidence or not? What you're seeing is a light beam and a bunch of floating objects in the sky. It might just be a new light installed. But the floating objects? That's a different story. This happened right above the Pentagon, which is known for holding hundreds of UFO-related videos. These things aren't moving like drones. Their motion is way too smooth. Could be nothing. Or maybe someone, or something, was paying a visit. Number 32. Black Manta. Is there more footage of the Black Manta hidden away? This one's not just another UFO. This triangular object is well known among people who follow sightings. It's been seen by thousands across several decades. Some believe it's just one single object. Others think there are more. Either way, it keeps showing up. Number 33. Hypersonic Orb people keep saying it's a drone. But drones aren't this fast. A lot of folks think this video is fake, but there were hundreds of reports from people in the area who saw the same thing. Local authorities even got multiple calls about a strange light flying fast across the sky. Number 34. Present and observing. This one is hard to explain. Someone points a laser at a strange object in the sky, and it flashes back. A balloon wouldn't do that. A drone might have lights, but it wouldn't react like that. So who, or what, is controlling it? It doesn't seem random. It feels like it's watching. Number 34. Sighting over Taiwan. This one's different. The lights look fake and real at the same time. It was likely recorded by a pilot flying above the clouds. The object has flashing green lights, 2 other lights nearby, and what looks like a hologram underneath it. Out of all the sightings, this one might be the weirdest. Number 36. Biggest UFO ever recorded. Call it fake, but this was released by NASA. The ISS was tracking a typhoon when it caught this object in the clouds. The size? About 10 kilometers wide. That explains the huge shadow it cast. And here's where it gets odd. The live feed where this appeared is now gone. Someone managed to save it, but the original is missing. Number 37. Definitely not Starlink. Before you start saying Starlink, hold on. This footage is over 10 years old. Starlink didn't even exist back then. So what are we looking at? It looks like a group of lights moving together through space. The person filming was just trying to capture the ISS and ended up with this. I've never seen that many clustered objects in one frame, especially not out in deep space. Number 38. Multiple UFOs captured in the UK. Let's finish with this one. Your first thought is probably that this is just a reflection. That's what I thought too, until I saw the lights moving behind the trees. This was broad daylight, and the lights were way too large to be drones. Social media lit up when people started posting about it. It reminds me of those clips where it looks like something is entering our atmosphere. That's the same kind of feeling I get from this. Alright, that's it for this video. What do you think? Are those just drones, or is something else going on? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit the like button, and subscribe for more content like this. See you in the next one.